Hey ladies, I really want you guys to follow through no matter how long it takes. Do the things you said you were going to do, no matter what. Stop sleeping on yourself. Stop making yourself a non-factor. Stop putting yourself at the bottom of the list when it comes to priorities. You are a priority. You are a big deal. So show up for yourself as if that is true. Your discipline, your routines, what you do in life should reflect how much you love yourself. And we can tell that you don't love yourself because you're putting everybody else before you. You eating what you want to eat. You going where you want to go. Everything that's keeping you lazy, that's keeping you stuck, and that's keeping you in a cycle that you don't like about yourself. So you have to start doing the things that you said you were going to do. I seen on TikTok, this girl was upset because, and rightfully so, she had booked a hairstylist appointment. She was there, and then the hairstylist decided to switch the script and say, "Oh well, I had something else playing, very unprofessional." We all can agree on that, but the girl was upset. Like, how are you going to sit up there and do this? I sit up there and booked an appointment with you, and here you are telling me that you got something else to do. But we do that to ourselves. We tell ourselves we're going to lose the weight. We're going to start the business. We're going to go after the promotion, get our dream jobs. But day after day, we don't do anything that will align to us. That we don't do the actions that it would take for us to get and have that reality in our lives. We sit up there and let ourselves down. We don't show up for the appointments that we make for ourselves, but we don't get that let down. We have more expectations for everyone else more than we do for ourselves, and that really has to change. So stop wasting your potential. Please, 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 please keep the commitment you have for yourself. Why? Because you're worth it. And keeping the commitments to yourself does not mean that every day you showing up perfectly. Let's use the gym example, the diet example. You got your meal plan, you eating it, and then some days you may want to have a cheat meal, a cheat snack, and then you feel like, dang, I done messed up. You've been going hard for 10 days, and on the 11th day, you feel like, you went backwards, but keep going. Sometimes you may have a cheat meal. It may be that time of the month. So you have a cheat meal every day, but keep on going. Stay consistent. Do not go back to your old ways. The old self, that's the thing. We have to break up with the old self. The way that girl used to do things is not the way that this version, the new version of yourself is going to do them. Like they say, remember how they say dress for the role, the job that you want, not for the job you have. So act like the girl that you want to be. What I'm doing is going on TikTok, YouTube, looking at fitness girlies that already do those 5 a.m. routines, seeing how they eat, seeing how much water they drink, how they getting their protein in, and trying to emulate that in my life today, right now. Because that's what I'm going to be eating anyway. That's how my ideal self will be eating. So I need to start doing those habits now, today. And like I said, it's okay if you go off track. I'm pretty sure, like they said on social media, we only see people's highlights. We only see the good parts. They don't show us the bad parts, So they probably having cheat meals too, but they're not going to show that. So you're a human being. You are not perfect. We may fall off the bandwagon, but keep going. That's the whole thing for me. Keep going. You owe it to your younger self. Some of y'all have kids, sons, daughters. You tell them they can do it. Believe in yourself. Go for your goals. Go for your dreams. But mommy got to do it too. If there's men listen to, daddy got to do it too. And for the people that don't have kids, I know the younger version of yourself said, I'm going to be this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So you owe it to that person. You owe it to that younger version of yourself to be that ideal person that you had in your mind back then. Bring her to life. That's how come I really feel like our dreams and desires never go away, because they're meant for you to have. That's how come it's always like a recurring dream. You always said you was going to do, start the business. You always said you was going to go here to Dubai. It's because it's supposed to happen for you. You know what I mean? Like some things you just don't outgrow, especially your dreams. You may outgrow shoe sizes, clothes, or whatever, but your dreams you do not outgrow. And it don't matter if you're 50 and you getting your first degree. It don't matter if you're 75, but just keep going. That's all I really want to say. You owe you. And then I also was thinking about, when I was on my trying to get healthy flow, I remember watching this documentary. I don't know if it was Forks Over Nice, but it was talking about how to eat healthier. And I remember this analogy, it always stuck with me. And it was like, don't go out there when you're trying to like become a vegan, eat healthy or whatever. Don't go out there and buy all the most healthiest foods initially. Some people can do that, but for most of us, we can't just go cold turkey. But what he said was, buy healthy, eat how you want to eat, but also incorporate more healthy stuff, and eventually the healthy stuff will push out the bad stuff on its own. So that's what I'm saying. Like some days you're not going to feel like going to the gym, some days you may not feel like working on your business, but eventually if you just keep on at it, eventually just building the habit of doing those things that you're supposed to do, eventually you'll push out all those excuses. You'll push out it'll become a new normal with you doing what you got to do, So that's all. We be staying in lazy mode too much, so sometimes it's hard to get out of that, but it's almost like, how they say, you gotta teach You gotta teach stuff. You gotta learn stuff over and over. Repetition. So the more that you keep doing for yourself, eventually doing for yourself in a positive way, the laziness, the unproductive version of you will become smaller and smaller and smaller, and then you'll be your most disciplined, glowed up version of yourself. And another thing that I feel like is very helpful with achieving your goals is making your goals very easy for you. Kind of take out all the guessing game, the obstacles and the barriers. Okay, me for example, I don't invest in a walking pad. So now I literally have no excuse. Oh, it's raining outside. I don't want to go to the gym. Oh, I'm just tired. I don't have gas. Well, you can always walk in your walking pad. There is no excuses. Another thing, it'd be hard. Sometimes I'll be having my cheat days, but now I don't buy the same snacks that I would normally buy. If I do, I'm buying less of them. And when I ate it, that's it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and try to have willpower. Oh no, you're not going to eat it. No, I don't even buy certain things anymore because I'm really trying to make a difference and make it easy on myself. I don't even want to be tempted by the cheesecake. So I'm not going to buy the cheesecake, the cookies, So just make these things easy for yourself. I even heard for people that want to go to the gym, if you are a person that likes to go to the actual physical gym, going to sleep in your workout clothes. That's one thing you have to worry about. Because then when the alarm comes on the next day, you already halfway dressed. You already halfway out the door. All you got to do is put your sneakers on and then you can go. So think about ways to make your goals or making new habits way more easier for you to achieve. Remove all those barriers, all those obstacles, all those excuses out of your way. I always think about this too when people work or whatever outside the house. Okay. Try to find something. See if your job has a gym. But that way, you're already there. You don't have to worry about I got to go home, change my clothes. See if you have an on-site gym or if there's a gym close to where you work at. So when you get off of work, it's on your way from home. You know what I mean? On your way towards home or whatever. Pack your clothes with you. Just do the thing. You got to be strategic, okay? You can do this. You can do this. Think about how you was able to stalk your ex or whatever and use a fake page and this and that. You can figure it out. You can do this. But make sure it's focused on yourself now. Also, I feel as though the problem is we think that what we want is going to take a long time to have. But honestly, change is instant. Really, what we're doing is trying to build up the mindset of the person that has the desires that we want. It makes me think of what I heard about, if you guys read the Bible, the woman with the issue of blood. They said she murmured to herself, if I could just touch the hem of his garments over and over and over and over again. You know how the Bible also say, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So I believe because she told herself that over and over, that when she touched the hem of the that's why the healing, she already believed that if she could just do it. So that's the thing. We already have to believe we are who we say we are. And then the change is automatic. Everything else becomes easy. We are following through. Act like you Beyonce right now. Somebody that you like that's very disciplined. How would they eat? How would they skip a workout? Would they, not speak up for themselves? You have to be that person now. Sometimes we just have to look out at inspiration of other people that's doing the things that we want to do to get motivation. But yes, that's how come I said I'll be watching the gym girlies. Okay. And it's helping. It's making me be okay, I want to incorporate that in my workouts too. Things like that. It really does. So put what you want in front of you as well until your whole outlook changes. So that's my thing. I just wanted to tell you guys to follow through no matter how long you think it's going to take. Even when you don't see results, keep going. We brush our teeth every day. We comb our hair every day. We take a shower every day. So just add one more thing, one more thing that you're trying to achieve. We don't order out on DoorDash no more. Things like that, whatever, for 30 days. Then I had to do this. We now order out for DoorDash for 7 days. Then after we hit 7 days, do another 7 days. Just do one thing and keep doing it over and over and over. It may be a while until you see results, but it don't matter. We're not doing it for the results. We doing it for the lifestyle. We doing it for the discipline. We doing it for our waistline. We doing it for our bank accounts because those DoorDash and Instacart and all that adds up. You can eat right here at your house. So yes, we doing it for the plot. Okay, all right. So let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know ways that you are staying disciplined or consistent, or if you need help trying to be disciplined or consistent, drop it in the comments. But I really hope this video inspired you. And then after you've done listening to this, please do that one thing. Hopefully when you was listening to it, you went and did that one thing or a couple of things that get you to your next level. All right, I'm your girl, Cinquetta, and I will talk to you guys.
Matt Cinquetta, man, that girl was heaven sent. Matt Cinquetta, man, that girl was heaven sent.